they looked at it and he's like, well, if you feel like it's got any, if it's warranted, we can bring it up. So what they did was they made a copy of it, and Al and Lisa went down to my dad and Miss Kay's, and they sat in the living room with them, and they handed one copy of the letter to my dad and one copy of the letter to Miss Kay, and said, "Don't talk to each other, just read it, and then we'll talk about it." So the story goes, my dad's reading it. No, 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 that didn't happen. No, no, this is and Miss Kay's reading it. Yep, yep. And they're chattering about it, even though they're not supposed to be. Yep, this whoever wrote this, they know details. This
Oh,
is absolutely true. And so that's how the conversation went. And my dad was like, okay, he's like, this isn't true. I don't remember any of this. And Miss Kay's like, you wouldn't have remembered any of it. You were drunk most of the time. Like, how would you have remembered all of this? But I
hmm.
kept tabs on you. And some of these places and some of these names are places and names that I know from those
Yeah.
times that I was keeping tabs on you. So like a wife knows sometimes, right? And
Hmm.
so finally, I was ready for it. He was trying to get to this point where my dad said, how can we know for sure?
Hmm.
And, so I was like, I'm glad you asked. So he explained that we could do paternity testing, blood work. So all it takes is some simple blood work and they'll know for sure. He's like, well, let's do it. And as soon as he found out, they called him, gave him the results, and he said, well, get her down here. And to him, enough said. Like at that point, it's like I've got a child, like blood relative, and we know for a fact that that's true. So it's time to meet. So he never hesitated, and neither did Miss Kay.
I think that made it a whole lot easier for her to accept too, because since she
Yeah.
had always wanted a daughter.